A lot of people ask us where the name Ine Coaching comes from, and my wife and I, when we first moved to Valdosta, we started a company called E&A Investment Group, because my name's Elton, my wife's name's Adrian. We just kind of turned E&A into a word, just wordified it, Ine. It's kind of how the work we do got to be known.
We all started off going to Bible study together, and through that we started some business meetings and as well as just like fellowshipping and stuff together, and this was kind of like born out of that, just really wanting to share with students the things that we'd been learning. What's on my mind and my heart is truly going back to what we always talk about, and that's being a legacy-minded servant leader. That has just a lot to do with realizing the things that I do now affect what happens to me later and happens to everyone that I interact with from day to day.
I always have to check my mentality, my mental state, whether I'm
It plays directly into the kind of life those grandchildren and great-grandchildren are going to live.
From day to day, when I come in the office, I'm either preparing for a tutoring client, so filling out just the outline of how their session might go. I think about that student, but I also, for the events that we do, I'm Education Support Associate.
my role in Ine Coaching. I do help with a lot of the coaching, but a big part of it has been these things like media stuff, and the heart behind it is always just being able to tell the story. And a lot of times, my goal or my heart when I'm in the classroom is just being able to capture students' reactions to what we're doing, being able to catch that eye-opening experience on camera.
One of the things that I specialize in is organizing the game, making sure that the game is set up properly so that the kids get the most from the game. Because if they figure out the game the first time, then they'll still learn the lessons, but it's not internalized as well unless they really see the gaps between them thinking that they know everything, like leadership and teamwork and communication on paper, and then playing it out in the game.
My role at Ine Coaching is Partnership Development Associate. So I basically go out into the community and I go to different events, maybe fairs, job fairs, organization events, and talk with other businesses about what we do.
Ine Coaching has given me such an opportunity to dig into things that truly matter, way more than surface level conversation. Being able to recognize teamwork skills in myself, or at times, if there's a lack thereof, and being able to recognize it, build on it, grow on it, and then being able to share with others what I've went through, what I've gone through.
One of the greatest impacts Ine Coaching has had for me, I've grown in humility. I definitely had a lot of pride in my heart, and so it's definitely caused me to just kind of self-reflect and see, okay, well, I definitely don't want to minister or share pride to anyone that I'm teaching or helping. I want to minister having a humble heart and just a thankful one.
To just really be able to serve and help, and now it's really become a part of me, and that's something that I actually really look forward to doing. And ENA coaching is a real opportunity to be able to serve and help those that I care about firstly, and then secondly, everybody in the community also.
Working at ENA coaching has allowed me to speak with students on things that I've experienced personally. I grew up in a single parent home. I was a troubled youth. I got arrested, things like that. I was in a lot of trouble, and I didn't have really any direction or vision for my life. I didn't know the Lord or anything. So for us to be able to go into these city and county schools and coach on teamwork and leadership and entrepreneurship and being a legacy-minded servant leader while these students are in middle and high school, while they're still able to be impacted, that's really something that's close to home for me, and I enjoy doing because I've seen the fruit of the way I walked, and I've seen the fruit of where the Lord has brought me thus far, and I know the difference in the two roads, and I want for every child to be able to, or every student to be able to experience the same things I have now in my later years rather than going down the route I did when I was younger.
The one thing I really want students that I share with to take away from is having something that's worthy that they want to aim all the skills that they're learning, aim those things at with a humble heart to serve others and help others.
I think I want the first thing that someone thinks about when they think about our company is peace. What we hope is that whenever people think about how we interact with them, what's happening is they're getting to understand why they're here and what their purpose is, and that they have peace about going forward and sowing seeds now and then taking the steps to watch it grow into a really good harvest later. So I hope everyone feels that kind of peace and excitement for that peace whenever they interact with us.